Give me that drop D. I like it. Guys, yeah, a little bit of a mix-up.
I got a drop D there.
Cool. Guys, it's Monday. It is 5 o'clock, and we're a hell of a lot closer to 5 o'clock than we usually are.
Yeah, you're actually on time.
I know. It's time for After Hours Real Estate. I'm Chris Peshek, broker
I'm
associate.
Steve Babcock.
Oh, of course you are.
Jumping in. We're going to go. It's Halloween.
I'm a broker associate at the Dripping Springs Home Team, and Steve is a financial mortgage guru at CMG Financial.
That's right.
That was nice. That was nice. You went Bane on us.
Yes.
All right. So before we get started, and because we're short on time, because everybody's kids are getting out for Halloween, including mine,
Yes,
I'm taking my kid. I don't have a kid; it's a dog, but I'm taking my kid out to a brewery for a costume contest. So, what are you drinking, friend?
First off, I thought about you just now.
Okay.
I had an experience this evening that I realized you've never had before, where you get home and enter your office and find that your child has been playing in your office the whole time you've been gone, and that it is not in the state that you thought it was 5 minutes before the show was about to start. I am having a Keystone Light again.
Keystone.
You know what's funny about this time is I told my wife, I was like, I'm kind of finished with Keystone. Let's go for something else. It's Heineken season. I want Heineken's, and she's like, he likes Keystone. I'm sorry, I didn't tell my wife. I said that wrong. I was saying to you. Anyway, so she went to the store the other day and got that for me. I was like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "I know you're drinking it now." I'm like, "Thanks, it's nice of you." Forgot to tell her. Yeah, so
your wife bought you beer. Shut up.
She's great. Yeah, she's great. I have nothing to complain about.
I'm going with the hometown brew. Little
Shiner, trippy little water thing at the bottom. I like it.
It is Shiner Tex Hex.
Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, cheers. They have Shiner has released this Tex Hex series. They've got like 5 or 6 different IPAs right now, and they're all pretty good. Like, it's crazy.
I might have to try them.
They've even got a double IPA that's good. I'm shocked.
Usually those aren't very good.
No, I love double IPAs. I just didn't think Shiner could pull it off. I mean, it takes a brewery's got to be pretty good to do it, a good double IPA. So anyway.
Coming from a guy that, or for me at least, I don't really like much except for the just the basic pale, water and maybe a little alcohol kind of thing.
Right.
So I wouldn't know.
Need to get you to Dripping Springs. I need to take you to Acapon. Anyway.
I'm okay. I'll take you up on that. That sounds good. Let's do that.
All right.
That's fine.
Cool. Let's go.
What were we talking about just before the show started? I think I was mentioning.
You asked how I was doing, and I was like, "It's fine." Like,
everything's just fine. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird way of saying it. So why are you just fine?
And it just like everything is, I don't know, everything's just kind of right down the middle.
All of a sudden, you have a couple buyers, you have a couple listings, right?
Got a couple buyers, got a couple listings. It's it's good stuff, and interest rates went down last week again, and and you were just about to say, but I feel the same way. I think we're going to see a little bit of a shift in the market in the very near future.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah. So that's basically what I was saying too. Last year I was saying, the crash is coming, so to speak. Right. I'm like, rates are going to go up. We were calling it, and the rest of the world was not saying anything like that. In fact, I'm now at this new company where I'm subscribed to this brand new system where I've still subscribed to the old one, but now I'm subscribed to this new one as well that tells us these market updates, what to expect. And the guy who does it, his name is Barry Habib. He's actually a well-respected name, and I'm going to pick on him a little bit.
He's one of my Twitter followers. Or he's one of my Twitter follows. Not he doesn't. Follow
I was going to say if he knows me, I'm doing something right, and he does not. I promise. But the bottom line is that in the beginning of the year, I respect the guy. I'm starting off with that. He was wrong, but everybody was wrong. In the beginning of the year, his company came out with an official statement, even had posters and things on it, that they believe that the rate is going to go up to about 3.5%, maybe close to 4%, and then it should drop right down below 3% again by the time we get to the end of the year.
Oh God!
wow, I was wrong. I mean, that was so wrong, right? And
hey, it could drop back down to 3 still. It could.
I mean, nope, not that either, right? No. So at least, I mean, there's no way. If it did, it'd be the fastest historic drop.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
ever.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could.
Technically, it could, but reality, it would never. No, there's no way.
I'll give you an old country saying my boss used to say. It's also possible a piss ant can eat a bale of hay. It's just not likely.
I don't think that's possible. To the stomach size and then what time frame are
we
talking about?
It's possible. It's just not likely. It's just not likely.
I'm totally kidding. But bottom line is, I feel like with all this doom and gloom out there, we're over it. They're all reacting to the now, but we've been looking past that through the nature just of our
3 years, dude.
Yeah.
And and you nailed it. And we could both see it coming. And you know, housing market, and I'm knocking on wood here a little bit. Housing market hadn't crashed. There's some markets that have dropped, like Denver, for example. I think they've got a 40% reduction in home buying activity.
So you can't ever call the bottom. Nobody really knows the
bottom. No. But
I'll tell you, you dropped 40% in price.
They didn't have a 40% price drop.
Okay.
40% reduction in activity.
That's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's one of the 10 largest reductions in the U.S.
Well, I mean, it's terrible. But it's a blip on a map. You know, give it
Correct.
6 months, right? Now, today, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but what I was saying, Kevin, what's up, man? I'm going to tell you what. Everybody needs clients like Kevin and Sally. I'm just going to say. Kevin's the one that didn't introduce me to Justin, but is using Justin. He's the one that I've been talking about with that all-in-one product.
Herbowski.
Yeah, that you're now.
Well, you're allowed to use him, Kevin. He's awesome. Herbowski's actually a really great guy. So you're in really good hands with him. So I have nothing to say about him. That's right. Nothing bad about
it. But anyway, I was doing market updates for people this afternoon, and the thing that I kept reiterating over and over and over is everything seems like it is shut down for the last 4 months, and that's the case. But when you look at closings over the last 4 months, the market value has basically just stabilized. That's all that's happened.
But it has dropped.
In Dripping Springs, let me qualify that. In Dripping Springs, our market value has basically stabilized.
Well, you want to go someplace like where I live, out in Lago.
It's dropped there.
There are deals. Yeah. But here's the thing. You know, we know the Fed is going to raise basis points by like 75 again. And we think, and that's soon. And then we think that in December, they're going to slow this down, maybe raise it 50 basis points. If that happens, rates shouldn't change because it's already priced in. But the point is, I mean, in other words, if you see a train coming that's going to, I put this in my video today, like you're on the train tracks, you see the train coming. Like, in other words, the Fed has announced we're going to raise rates, right? Do you get off the tracks? You know, of course you do. Before you, obviously, you don't wait to make sure it's going to hit you, and the market adjusts too beforehand. But, I think things are getting better. I think this time next year, you could see 2 or 3% less in rate. I think there's still the possibility of some big black swan event.
But that's always, dude. I mean,
but everything's on such a teetering edge right now. Almost anything of what happened in terms of headlines over the last 2 months happened 20 years ago, and it would have been the end of the world.
Oh, yeah.
We've had so much thrown at us at so little amount of time. People are almost desensitized to it. But I mean, you could pick almost any headline for the last 2 weeks, and they're all huge. Yeah. It's if you get one that really pushes, it could topple all the rest of them. I mean, even the bond markets, which are supposed to be historically one of the safest assets you could ever, boringest, enjoy your 1-2%, maybe 3% return. You're not really looking for much in bond markets. Those crashed. I mean, like 50% overseas crashed, like half. Those are people's, funds. Those are people's
that's annuities and retirement. Yeah. Portfolios.
I'm telling you that's the scariest. That should have been the 2008 headline of the year. People are just like, well, whatever. Okay. I mean, what's happening with the Kardashians, or whatever. It's just, it's unreal to me that this is not being, I mean, that could topple the whole system and it's being band-aided and patched. And it's very scary.
It could,
Yeah,
But
but it won't. It won't.
Adidas kicked Kanye out.
Yeah, that happens. See, that's what we're hearing about because he wore this shirt and oh God, he has an opinion. Okay, well now we have to really hate him,
That's right.
and heaven forbid we actually pay attention to the fact that our groceries are going to go up in price, or that the gas is going to double within the next 6
I'm
months,
telling
or
you, dude.
or it's like, man, it's unreal to me to see one headline and then look at the next on the feed. As you're swiping up, it's like
Not
really.
not not a political thing, man. But I usually shop with my wife. Like we go grocery shopping. I
Sure.
enjoy it. But when we're doing it, I'm always bagging groceries and I'm never paying attention to what the total is, right? I'm just bagging groceries, doing my thing. And we're walking out, and we had one of these like the small HEB carts, and it was full, but it was a small HEB cart. And we're walking out, and my wife looks at me and goes, "That was $128." Like, what the hell just happened? When did that happen?
Imagine if you're like a single mom,
Oh my
right?
God. Hey, but you know what?
Stuff
No,
keeps
I'm
you up
not
at
getting
night.
political. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it.
No, don't do
Okay.
it. Don't do
Nope.
it.
Not.
Don't do it.
It's just crazy. It's
Not worth
crazy. Talk about a hidden tax. I mean, yeah, like you said,
That's almost.
think about somebody who's entering the workforce.
But you know what? You're talking about it in a way that makes it sound like maybe it was done on purpose. And I'll tell
No, no,
you,
no, 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 not at all.
okay, I was going to say, because although you can't rule that out entirely, you and I spoke about
We did.
how this is modern monetary theory, the MMT. Um, it's a big experiment. Remember, I was talking about how it's a giant experiment a
Yeah,
year or two ago. My God, what they're doing with all of this free money, and the difference now is that they're giving it to real people, not just companies
that's right.
or banks or businesses. They're giving it to whether you
You and
want it or
me.
not. Here it comes. You got 2 kids, great.
Yep.
You get money. You didn't need it. I don't care. And now that's I actually supported people getting money to a certain degree. It's okay to throw some money in
Yeah,
the system when
right.
you
But
give it
during
to
the
everyone.
pandemic, when my wife and I are getting money and we're looking, well, why are they giving us money?
When you don't, yeah, you're buying a
Well,
vacation property or a second rental
yeah,
property at the time, and you're
yeah.
like, I don't really like.
What
I'm
are
not the person that needs
Where's the
this, right?
vetting process on this?
Yeah,
It's
as I
so
get
ignorant.
older, like I don't even sign up for sweepstakes anymore, like I did when
No.
I was a kid, because it's like give it to somebody who really needs it right now,
Yeah.
right? And it's like that kind of mentality was not thought of at all during it, and I think that was really the downfall. If it had been applied for, sure, the system would have been abused, but would you have and I applied for it? No,
No.
we wouldn't have applied for it. We wouldn't have abused it. So plenty of us wouldn't have abused it. We could have
Right.
saved a lot of money in the process.
And
Who knows?
coincidentally,
Who
when
knows?
you save money that's being printed, you're also saving, oh, I don't know, inflation from happening,
Bothers
things like
me
that.
though. Bothers me though is 100 years ago. Not that I was alive at the time, but I think there was this greater sense of we do this together. We pay for it together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And today, I think that's just gone. What do you mean pay for it? Let's just borrow more. You
Right.
know,
It's
um,
yeah, there's a lack of understanding of the monetary system and
I
how it
say
affects.
that, and our debt was almost the same, at least percentage wise, GDP, right? After World War II.
Yeah.
So, we've been there before.
History
And of
repeats
course,
itself. Oh wait, then what happened?
yeah, completely different kind of history at that point. But yeah, details, whatever. We've done it before. In other words, we could get ourselves out of it, but it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough times.
But
That being said, it is Halloween.
it's
I think
Halloween,
rates are
man.
going to get better, and I don't think if you're not buying right now, I think you're missing out on a huge opportunity. Like I said
Yeah.
last week, I
Rates
think
did
that
come
window has
down.
started to already
Steven's
close.
not going to say it, but I will. Rates came down about a full percentage point last week.
Yeah, well, they went up today.
Oh, I missed that. Damn it. See, guys, you missed it. You missed it.
Yep, they've been doing teeter-tottering almost every other day. It's been
Okay.
crazy what's been going on with rates,
Interesting.
but they're going back and forth, right? In other words, it's not down and then down and then down. Now it's just kind of this where it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I tell you,
We're hanging out.
it feels like we're changing. It feels like we're making a turn. So you buy the home for a lower price right now, you refinance it later, and ultimately save a ton of money. But I mean, if rates come back down, you're gonna see 50,000 over asking again.
It's going to happen. You've
Sorry,
got a whole bunch of people that have pent up demand that are scared to buy right now.
there's too many companies moving here.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
and
that you're
guess what
talking
else
about
is happening
layoffs
right
and
now?
say again.
You know what else is happening right now?
Hmm.
There is a shortage, not a short, I shouldn't say it like that, but our inventory is not growing the way that you would expect. So sellers don't have to sell. Sellers are selling out of an expectation of seeing a return. And so right now they're not
That's
putting their
bad.
houses on the market. Our inventory at this point has started doing this. That's why I said everything's okay. It's like inventory.
It's correct. However, historically, any investment where people are getting in to make money is one you want to get out of.
Oh, absolutely. Be the fireman. I've said it 1,000
Don't
times.
like hearing that. Yeah, I don't like hearing that at all. I guess it makes sense though.
Yeah, it does. People are smart, and we've been told for the last 3 years that people have got more equity in their homes than at any point in history now. I mean,
by the way, I have a really great product for that.
Is it an all-in-one loan?
It's called the all-in-one loan. You don't even have to take out the money, but it's a HELOC, so you can give yourself a line of credit, whether you have a mortgage or not.
Yep.
Right now, it could be pretty nice to have a line of credit for when those deals do pop up. You could write a check and buy that house, or write a check. And like I remember in 2008 when I moved down here, I think maybe it was 2009, but it was right around then. I think it was Volkswagen. There was some local Volkswagen dealership. I think, if I remember, it was a while ago. Okay, so just don't quote me on this one directly, but I do remember specifically there was a car dealership. If you came in and bought, no haggle, MSRP price, one car, they'd give you the second car, exact model, for free, or not free, $1.
What?
Yeah. Again, no haggling. You're going to pay the MSRP. Okay. We all know that's like 10 over, but fine. Great. So you pay your MSRP and you get a second car for $1. Now, I remember that happening. It was during the crisis. No one had money. People were losing their jobs. There were these, MSNBC article, all the news articles about, Nancy living in her house on a cooler that can't, because she can't, the home that is going to be foreclosed on, and that was 16 months ago. And remember that all those things going on.
Well, I remember that. I don't remember getting a car for $1 because I would have bought one and then sold it.
Yeah, but you couldn't finance it. You had to pay cash and buy the car, and then you get one for $1. And it was like they were that desperate. So if you have a HELOC on your house, that's like a line of credit where, like a bank, you can borrow from your equity to buy things.
Yep.
With that. I've got a pretty sick product for that right now. It can help you pay off your house even faster than you normally would. In some cases, like 9 years on a 30-year mortgage. Paying it off that fast. Not shaving off 9 years, but paying it off in 9 years.
Paying it off in 9.
Anybody interested, let me know.
That's pretty interesting. All right, we got to go. It's Halloween, brother.
Yeah, man. Happy Halloween, brother.
Absolutely. We will see y'all next Monday at 5 o'clock. We're drinking more beer. We're solving the world's problems. And we're talking about real estate and mortgage, legit stuff that people can get some benefit out of. That's what we do.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Occasionally. All right. See y'all next week.
See you.